Hey, Fred Minnick here, and I'm about to jump into some Old Fitzgerald Bottled and Bond. This one is always a wheated bourbon to keep your eye on. Giddy up! So Old Fitzgerald is arguably a wheated bourbon OG. So, actually, no, it's not arguably. It is a wheated bourbon OG. So, this used to be Pappy Van Winkle's brand. This was one that he put a lot of effort into and focused on. This, along with Weller, were the core brands at the Stitzel Weller Distillery, which the Pappy Van Winkle owned and operated up until the mid-1960s. The family ended up selling it in 1972. Old Fitzgerald was basically, ran by a company called Norton Simon. And eventually, it would become a part of United Distillers, which is now Diageo, who sold it to Heaven Hill, which is where we are today. Now, Old Fitzgerald was not a good-selling product in the 2000s as bourbon was getting its return. Basically, it was in an old package. It kind of looked tired. People did not really think twice about it. It's not like today where we seek value as much. They looked at it as kind of like a cheap brand that was on the bottom shelf, whereas I would go and buy the shit out of it. Great fried chicken pairing, the Old Fitzgerald Prime from like 2006. One of my favorite fried chicken dinners ever was with Old Fitz Prime. Gosh, memories. That was good. Anyway, so basically, Heaven Hill said, you know what, we're going to create a new brand and put Old Fitzgerald into that new brand. They created Larceny. And so Larceny, a more modern, sexy-looking brand, ends up becoming an instant hit because, you know what, it sells better than an old package. Probably more inexpensive, too, to tell the story of a new product versus, reviving an old one. But Heaven Hill didn't quite give up on Old Fitzgerald. They started the Decanter series. And I think this is an incredible tribute to a brand that meant a lot to the great Pappy Van Winkle and has an iconic connection to American whiskey history. So here we are. This is the 11-year-old. It is distilled in 2010 and bottled in the spring of 2021. It is bottled and bound, which means it is only 100 proof. But that color, it's a pretty nice looking little color. Kind of murky a little bit. So the clarity on it is, normally they have a pretty specific filtration, but I'm wondering if you take a look at how I'm swirling that around, and it's kind of just a touch cloudy in there. That's a good thing. You see that, those are like fatty acids in there, lipids, some oils from distillation. That's good. I like seeing that. Smells cotton candy being produced. It smells like cotton candy and grape bubble gum and caramel. What an odd array of aromas. Definitely vibrant. Has a kind of pecan pie flavor to it. Has some really deep, rich, fruit notes. It's like fruit. You know what? It reminds me of those Christmas cakes that you would get. Like they have everything in them. The Christmas fruit cake. That's what this reminds me of. Now there was an 8-year-old that came out earlier this year, and I think that one probably outtastes this one under the table. This is still good, but of the Old Fitz Decanter series, that 8-year-old that came out in early 2021, That was special. You know what? I take that back. I'll need to do a taste off. This is pretty good. This is pretty darn good. Like second taste, a really different opinion kind of starts forming. I feel it on the roof of my palate. It's tingling. It's tingling right up underneath my lips, like right here. You know, occasionally you get a tingle there, but it's tingling all over my tongue, and that Christmas fruit cake flavor profile, fruit, nuts, and like the kind of absinthe flavor of a what's, I can't think of the name of that damn fruit, but it always reminds me of like some kind of strange minty. You know what? Fuck it, mint. There's a hint of mint in here. Let's go to the next one. One more taste. Now there's a hint of banana. Yeah, this is nice. It's you know, if you can get this, I'd say go for it. It's still finishing on my tongue, so it's a very long finish. But I don't know if this is going to be a bourbon that can beat its predecessor, the 8-year release. I thought that 8-year was just special. You know, I have that in here. Maybe I should just go do a taste off with it. Fuck it. It's my channel. I can do what I want. Let me find that bottle. All right. So this can happen from time to time. I taste something, then I want to compare it to something else. Fortunately, I can do that. And I'm going to compare it to the Bottled & Bond from earlier this year. This is also a spring of 2021. So this is the 8-year-old. Taste off. Okay. Oh, yeah. God, I love this one. It's just like Caramel City. This is the 8-year-old. Definitely more firm, balanced, and a lot going on. Now to the 11-year-old. Tasting the 8-year-old makes me like the 11-year-old more. These are two great bourbons. Good back-to-back. Probably the best back-to-back from Old Fitz in a long time. I don't really know which one is my favorite. They both have some really unique qualities. The 11-year-old is a fruit bomb, a fruit cake bomb, and the 8-year-old is a caramel bomb. I mean, it's kind of like, am I in the mood? What sweet tooth level am I in the mood for? Do I want caramel or do I want fruitcake? I can tell you, I'm normally not craving fruitcake. That's usually the thing you re-gift to somebody else. But this is a good fruitcake. This is not the one that you would, re-gift to your Aunt Bertha. This is one that you would eat yourself. So what we have here is we have a draw, because I'd have to do it blind to do it right. But that's going to do it for this episode. Highly recommend the 11-year-old as well as the 8-year-old of the Old Fitzgerald line, spring 2021 releases. Both absolutely delicious. But that's going to do it for this week. You should still taste for yourself. If you can go to a bar or get a sample from a friend, find out if you like it. Don't just listen to me. But be safe out there, folks. Remember, no licking handrails, no licking trash cans. And vodka sucks unless it's being used for hand sanitizer. Cheers, everybody.